tuning in to D4 Sports, Day Drinking with Don and Dustin. I'm Don.
And I'm Dustin, and we're bringing you sports talk from around the world and drinking tips to make every game a winner.
We appreciate you checking out our podcast. So now,
Live from Lubbock, Texas,
and London, England,
this is D4.
Welcome everyone to D4 Sports, episode number 83. Back on video, back on, well, just everything. And I see you wore a hat for the episode.
It did, and I see you did as well.
Yeah, well, I figured it was about time. I mean, I let's face it, I've been pretty humble this year. I haven't been to, I haven't been gloating too much. I've tried to, partly because not that I was a doubter, but, unexpected. But now.
This, like you said, this isn't your Tom Brady Patriots.
No, it isn't. It's a very different group, different organization, and I don't think they deserve the hate that I'm already seeing on social media, the lamenting of so many people that the Patriots are. It's been 7 years since the Patriots have been in a Super Bowl. And I know we're not in the Super Bowl yet, but, that's a long time.
It is.
Unless you're like the Jets or Cleveland.
Yeah, or most teams, right?
No. I think I saw there's only 4 teams total that have never been to a championship game. And I think that's Jacksonville, Detroit. Although, did Detroit make a championship game last year?
I'm not sure.
No,
they may have lost
They
the game before. Yeah,
they lost in the division round. Jacksonville, Detroit, Cleveland. I don't know. Maybe there's got to be one other. But so teams make it. Even Carolina, had been to the championship, get back in the Cam Newton days. It wasn't that long ago.
I'm sure some teams would love to go every 7 years.
Well, of course they would. But hey, look, totally new team, new organization, new day in New England,
New system.
And it looks good.
Mm-hmm. New system quarterback, new defensive system.
Oh, here we go. System quarterback. Come on, Drake May's running for his life back there, as much as almost anybody, actually. But, okay, hold on. We can talk football later. But you go look, statistically, Drake May faced almost as much pressure as anybody this year.
Okay.
Not quite Justin Herbert level, but not far off.
Joe Burrow.
So,
yeah, okay.
Huh?
I said or Joe Burrow, but okay.
Yeah, they weren't the worst. They were not the best. They were not the best.
Right. I'll give you that.
All right, fair enough. Thank you very much.
So. Thanks
for giving me something anyway. You're celebrating all the Cardinals' big acquisitions in the offseason? Is that what you're that?
No, I just put a hat on to cover up my bedhead. That hair when you wake up, it's just going crazy, and gotta cover mine up. In
fact, this hat's a little too hot. I gotta take this off, and I can't get my headphones on very well. So
that makes sense.
I'll move on from there. But bedhead. You can see it's a terrible problem for me.
No, I get it.
A lot of product.
Something like that.
How's Lubbock?
I guess it's good this morning. I haven't been outside, so, but not too terrible. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so
Indeed,
kids are out of school. It's a holiday to be celebrated, and
yes, it is. Not a holiday over here, of course. Not that people don't honor Dr. King in their own way over here, but certainly, obviously not. Not a holiday. So
do y'all have a Martin Luther holiday over there?
No, that would be Germany, if anywhere.
I was thinking Europe, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you go back, I was going to say Henry VIII, but I mean, and he's around, but bit of a villain, really. Not really. He's a famous king, but not really a good guy in a lot of levels.
And I know full well it's a rabbit hole you can go down. So
yeah, and I'm not sure that's what our listeners sign up for. I mean,
no,
they might. Who knows? I mean, we had 16 views on the YouTube video, the first video podcast last week. So
that's right.
You never know.
I mean, 8 of them could have been me, but who knows?
Yeah, I know. Every time we check to see how many views they were, I don't know. I did. I was reminded that, hey, you can show video. You can do video podcasts on Spotify.
Can you? Oh, that's right. I've seen it.
To which I said, of course you can. But in order to do that, our hosting platform, we'd have to upgrade and pay more money. And, let's just say our profits from D4 last year came in a little under expectation. So not sure we're ready to lay out that expenditure but anyway, we'll see. We're getting into this video thing. You never know what could happen from this point on.
That's right. That is right.
Now that people get to see the faces behind the voice, anything could happen. With that, let's dive back in. Let's talk about some drinks. And I know if our listeners or viewers, if you're actually watching, maybe you've seen. See, I kind of matched one of my drinks to my outfit today, and I'm going British, little tea.
Okay.
Little Wittard of Chelsea, a nice little tea, a Spice Imperial black tea, because it's January and it's cold and it's a dreary day. And it is just, it's a perfect day for tea, even for me as an American. And truth be told, I sat around watching football last night up until late and drank a lot of whiskey. So, but I figured I'd hair of the dog it.
Oof. Man.
I mean, it's late in the day for hair of the dog, and I'm not hungover, and I wasn't hungover this morning actually. But I still haven't really stocked the bar too much yet after coming back from at Christmas time. So still a little thin. Got a little Jameson. Just having a little bit of straight whiskey on ice, of course. But so I thought I'd rock with that for the day. Nothing fancy, but it doesn't always have to be fancy. You drink what you're in the mood for, and I'm rocking the tea. Got some water, much needed water, and had a little bit of whiskey.
Your body may go into shock on this show. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Why is that?
Water.
Oh, come on. I drink water all day, every day.
I'm just saying. Our listeners aren't used to it, so.
No, that's fair enough. We did have the dry episode. Whatever, a few episodes back. I didn't drink anything.
Yeah.
Rough day.
There you go. I've got coffee going because it's still early here.
Yeah.
So just the same as last time.
Yeah.
But I saw in the store another liquid death drink.
Nice.
Yep. But this one is sparkling energy.
Ooh, sparkling energy.
Yep. And the flavor is murder mystery, so I have no clue what this is going to taste like.
Okay.
So
murder.
There we go.
What is a drink called murder mystery?
That's good. Not really. That's pretty.
Yeah, I was going to say your face might say otherwise.
Unextreme caffeine, natural energy source, vitamins, and it boosts your metabolism.
Well, I mean, hey, at our age, give me all the metabolic boost we can get, right?
Yeah, and this next one is I'm so not excited for. This is definitely a drink that when you're at the grocery store with your kids and you're like, hey, pick something out for me.
You hope they don't pick up? Yeah.
And she did. This is from my eldest. It is Epic KL, which you put it into, you bring all of it together and it's basically a pickle, ePickle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, an ePickle.
Oh, yeah. And pickle's like my least favorite thing in the world. So it's pickle infused water, rapid hydration, elite electrolytes, 10 times the electrolytes, Funky fruit punch. Looks like it's got pomegranate and blueberries and nastiness.
Nothing about that sounds good.
The Dill With It Company. Okay. Superior plant-based hydration for early morning meetings, workout recovery, or an afternoon beverage.
Yeah. Well, the whole legend behind Gatorade, right, is pickle juice, right?
Right.
People drank pickle juice on the sidelines and whatnot. But, yeah. Here we go. Down the hatch. I'm guessing that one's not going to be double parked, huh?
But I finished my drinks, so here we go. Sorry, folks, that can see this.
Is that one of the worst?
But I'm getting my electrolytes for the day.
Well, there you go. Same here. There's got to be
something. Whew, that was something.
Well, all right. Well, hey, moving on from that, let me go first with the opening shot this week to give you a minute of respite to get caught up from your pickle water.
Appreciate that.
ePickle. I don't know if you probably have heard. There is a pretty big doping scandal. Another big doping scandal. Have you heard about this?
Yes. Not much, but
in darts.
I haven't.
That's in darts. The world of darts.
Why would you not dope for darts?
Yeah, no, I had plenty of thoughts myself when I first saw that his name is Dom Taylor, given a 6-month suspension for doping in darts.
That's right.
And I was like, well, no, okay, now I have to read this because, you think about steroids, you think about human growth hormone, you think about like the advantages it gives you, and all right, and I'm sitting here, I'm thinking darts. You're throwing I don't know, what is it? A 10-ounce dart. I don't know how much they weigh. They don't weigh much. They're probably less than a pound. A 10-ounce dart, 25 feet? And I'm like, I'm trying to think of what the doping advantage is going to be here. But then I read it. And so he failed a drug test during the PDC World Championships in December. And a statement from the Darts Regulation Authority confirmed that the 27-year-old had admitted to breaching the anti-doping rules. At a hearing on January 7th, the Darts Disciplinary Committee said it was satisfied that Taylor's ingestion of both cocaine and cannabis occurred out of competition and was not following the commencement of the World Championship.
Does that straighten out his throw?
I don't know. Well, and I mean, part of me, I was okay. I guess maybe they're illegal substances. That does look tasty. A little ePickle. I mean, they're not legal. Cannabis is not legal in the UK, so maybe that's it. But I'm just like, number one,
cocaine is.
Why? Well, no. But
okay, you went the cannabis route instead of both.
Well, just because cannabis is legal in America, right? And so, like, that's not something I don't think cannabis is getting tested for anymore. Maybe it is. I don't even know. But I don't know what competitive advantage. I don't know. Is this conduct unbecoming of darts? Because I'm not even sure I feel that that's true. I've seen. I hope to go to a darts competition. Someday.
Well,
some of these major maybe not the world championships, but the PDC, they're raucous, they're crazy, they're exciting.
when darts is brought up, all I can think of is the song "I Am Titanium." What's that one guy that walks up to that song?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know.
I'll have to look up his name,
yeah,
but I'll send it to you, and it's It's incredible how everybody in there is singing and he's just like soaking it all in.
Yeah, well, and I do actually have other darts news. What I was actually looking for was Luke Littler.
Didn't realize there was multiple dart stories.
Luke Littler, the 18-year-old who defended his world championship in December 2 times in a row, and he's kind of the latest greatest thing, right? And maybe he's the titanium guy. I don't know, but. What's fascinating, though, he's 18 years old. He's already 3rd in total numbers of world championships with 2. I was like, oh, okay. Michael Van Gerwen, who I'm sure you're a big fan of, has 3. He's in 2nd. And in 1st place, any guesses who that would be? This guy's got to be basically like the Tiger Woods or the Wayne Gretzky of darts. I don't know. Phil Taylor. Guess how many world titles Phil Taylor has?
17.
14.
Oh.
14, 3, and 2. And then everybody
14,
else.
3, and 2. That's impressive.
So, again, I'm not, maybe I should know who Phil Taylor is. I don't really know. But Luke Littler, though he did just lose in Bahrain and he had his 22 match win streak broken or something. But 2-time defending champ. But anyway, that's the
Phil Taylor. Phil Taylor is titanium guy.
Oh, is he? Well, there you go. Okay.
Yep.
And that makes sense now.
Yep.
14 world championships.
There you go.
All right, that's my opening shot.
All right.
Doping in darts.
All right. My opening shot. Have you heard of Wayne Rooney?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I live in England. I've heard of Wayne Rooney.
I'm just saying. I don't know if a ton of... and I have, too, even before following soccer. I knew who Wayne Rooney was, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who John Rooney is?
Can't say I'm as familiar with John Rooney, no.
I don't think many people are. He is the lesser-known brother of Wayne Rooney.
That would have been my guess, but... Can't assume.
So,
Art Rooney, the Rooney family that owned the Steelers.
Right. I knew that. Yes. Yeah. John Rooney is the manager of, and I'm going to get this name wrong, but Macclesfield? Macclesfield.
Yeah.
Do you know who Macclesfield is?
No, I do now.
You do now.
I have this story, so I'm going to let you have
now.
it. But oh yeah.
Yes.
Everybody who knows anything about British football knows who Macclesfield is now.
So John Rooney is the manager of Macclesfield. Macclesfield is a 6th tier football club.
Yeah.
That's low.
They're not even technically in. Yeah, they're barely in British football. Yeah.
Right. They go on and beat Crystal Palace in the FA Cup.
They sure did.
Crystal Palace is in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest upsets in FA Cup history, probably in British football.
Yeah,
arguably
the
one
best.
of.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about it, but I know that's big.
I did look it up. There's only 3 times since 1990 that a non-league team has beaten a first league team. Right.
Okay.
I mean, so it's only happened 9 times ever. And only 3 times since 1990. So, yeah, this doesn't happen.
So that's not the story. Here's the story to intertwine it into D4.
No, I know the story.
D4 territory.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know who Rob Smethurd is?
No.
He's the owner
of
said team. He bought the team 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. After 4 days of drinking, he was coming off a 4-day binge and doesn't remember buying the team.
Yeah. Not to mention, and I didn't get his name, but I saw that he bought the team off an app called Rightmove. And Rightmove is it's basically like Zillow for our American listeners. We've gone on there to look for apartments to rent. So I didn't know they sold, but yeah.
Yeah, doesn't remember buying the team. So So now, after that win, he said he is looking for a trip to Ibiza with the boys.
Yeah.
So I think he is taking his team with him.
Oh, he better. I mean, yeah. No, that is the craziest thing of all is that Crystal Palace won the FA Cup last year.
Right.
They're the defending champion. I mean, they're not the best team in the Premier League, but they're top half. They're a perpetual, Premier League team anyway, or have been for several years anyway. Yeah, no, this would be like, it'd almost be like a college baseball team beating the Dodgers. I mean, that's the kind of win this. I mean, yeah, that was crazy. But the story about the guy just going off a bender and
not remembering buying the team is that's how I had to intertwine it with D4.
Who wakes up in the morning? Holy! Did
I just bought a football club, 6th tier, 117 places away from Crystal Palace.
Ridiculous. Great story though. Great story. See, what's actually interesting is, like, I know for a fact that if you sign a contract, like if you go to buy a house and you're drunk, that is not a valid contract. You cannot purchase a house if you're illegally intoxicated. Like, it's void. That's one of the few things that will actually void a contract. I learned that when I was a realtor in the U.S. But maybe he was like, whatever, I'll go with it.
Might as well.
And now it's Macclesfield. It goes down in history.
There
and his
you go.
team gets a trip to Ibiza.
Sweet.
D4 football at its finest. All right, with that, as your opening shots on D4 Sports, episode number 83. D4 Sports, doping or not? That's the question. You having the pickle juice, that might count as doping in some places.
It's not good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we are back after an exciting break right there with a little D4 business coming at you. Not quite as much this week. Obviously, Pick'em game is over, although we continue on, and I have locked it up now. 4-3, as they say, in the world of golf, since I'm up 4 with 3 games left. So that's my only hope at actually winning the overall competition, unless I just go crazy. You haven't sent me the results from yesterday, so I don't know how everything went down yesterday on DraftKings.
Maybe for a reason.
Oh, see, this, nah.
But see, actually, I haven't really checked it, so.
Fair. Yeah, that's what you say. That's what you say. I trust you to send me the results, and I think they're maybe
I do.
right.
I send you.
You don't send screenshots.
I send you the correct scores. The fun ones are when I beat you by 0.01.
I know. I trust you. I trust you most of the time. But anyway, so that's coming around. So there's that. Pick'em is still in the books. I guess technically Chris Powers isn't the champ yet of the College Bowl Pick'em game, but tonight he will lock that up since he also is up 2, I believe, and there's just a 1 game left, right? The championship game tonight. Who you got in that, Dustin? You taking Indiana to run the table?
I'm going to go with Indiana.
Yeah, I think I am too. I mean, certainly Miami's been a surprise, no question. They were pretty highly touted at the beginning of the season. But and we're good. I mean, they were 10-2, I think, in the season, so not terrible. But I don't think anybody expected them to make it this far. But here we are. So, but yeah, I don't know. Indiana's look pretty good. I still can't believe Indiana football. I can't believe that Indiana might win a national championship.
It's like one of the greatest turnarounds in sports history.
Yeah, I mean, it's at some point, the Detroit Lions will win a Super Bowl, right? Or, yeah, they will. And Cleveland might be a ways away. At some point, Cleveland will win a Super Bowl, right? Indiana University winning a national championship is about like that. Or it'd be like Cal winning a national championship. Like, I don't know. They were a Big Ten doormat forever. They were
the worst team 2 years ago.
Competitive. Yeah.
Like in football.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, coaching, I guess. Signetti is pulling it off, man. I mean,
there it is. So yeah,
real question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a Stanford quarterback about to win a national title?
I mean,
wasn't Mendoza at Stanford?
Was he? I don't even know. Honestly, I since I've been over here, I have not followed college football nearly as closely.
Maybe. Hold on.
Know. He grew
Maybe
up.
I'm wrong.
He's from Miami, so or the Florida area. Where they're playing tonight, right?
I feel like I'm wrong, and I feel like I'm gonna eat crow here in just a second because I think I know where he was at before Indiana. I said Stanford. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it. As soon as I said Stanford, I knew where he was beforehand. He was at Cal.
He was at Cal. I probably should have known that. I don't know how I didn't know that.
So, how do you feel about a Cal quarterback winning the national title?
I feel good about it. Yeah.
Whoops.
I'm more embarrassed about not even knowing. That's actually even worse. But
like I said, as soon as I said Stanford, I was like, "Oh, it's Cal."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he didn't play at Cal though, did he?
Yeah.
He didn't play.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go. Like I said,
you were following Mizzou at the time, so it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I track the scores for Cal. That's about all I track anymore. I can't say I know obviously any of the players significantly, but anyway. Well, moving on from that then. Anyway, so Chris Powers, I'll reach out to him. We'll try to get Chris, if you're listening, which I know you are, because you listen as religiously as anyone. We'll try to get you a time, and you put your beautiful face on the screen with us. That I feel like I want to go back and have all of our guests on again, so that everybody could get to see them. But I don't know if we'll get that. In fact, I know there's one we won't get. But anyway, we can move on from that. Premier League.
We don't want Ryan on here. That's okay.
Yeah, well,
you don't have to get him all.
Nobody needs to see him. Premier League. I mean, it's just a comedy at this point for me. It's just not even. I don't even know what to say. I go to my team. And I count. They have the little stars, right, for the guys who are the top players in the league for the season, and I count 8 of my guys that I played, 8 of my 11 were top teams, are top scorers in the league the whole season. You know how many points I got this week? 24. Average this week was 36.
Yes.
I don't even know. I just can't get it right, and I'm now 160 points out of first place, so that's over. I'm 102 out of second place. You're at 11. You had 39 this week, so you got picked up another 15. I mean, you're 64 points ahead. It's over. It's over. I don't even know. I don't know.
Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
That's all you got? Sorry.
Yeah. I can't gloat yet.
How did you pick your team this week?
I didn't. I told you that. I forgot.
You just...
I looked and I had 3 guys for Ashton Villa, and then I also had the team they were going up against goalie, and I was like, well, I don't know what's going to happen here. So the past few weeks, I've actually tried to stay on top of it. This week just kind of fell through the cracks. So
yeah, I try every week. I played the matchups, and nothing works. So I don't even know. The only upside with soccer right now is, of course, Millwall, which I see the shirt, see the jacket, absolutely.
Let's see if I can.
Oh, yes. Nice. When did you get that one? I don't remember seeing that one before. Is that a new one?
I got it in the store. like in the Millwall store.
Oh, is that the one you bought? Oh, okay. All
Yep.
right, nice.
Yep. At the stadium.
Millwall solidly in fourth place now with a beautiful 2-0 victory over Watford. They have 44 points. Coventry's still in first, but both they and Middlesbrough have slipped a bit. Coventry's 55, Middlesbrough 49, Ipswich 47, Millwall 46. Sorry, I said 44. Hull has 44, and Preston has 43. So that would be the 6 teams in playoff position. Seventh place is currently 41. So we've got a 5-point cushion over the 7th place team. That's certainly not a done deal, but
Is it Watford?
good shape. Is Watford? I didn't write down who was in 7th. I think it might have been
Because we were 5th, and then they were 6th, and we beat them. And we've beaten them twice now, because that was the game we went to.
That was the game we saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, that doesn't even count. Like head-to-head doesn't count.
I know. It's a point differential. I get that. Yeah.
Maybe
but we play Coventry tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got some big. There's 3 games. There's 3 matches this week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big week. It's a very big week. So, beating Watford, who is in the top 6 or 7, it's a big win. And for Millwall, beating somebody by 2 is astronomical.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
We're used to 1, and it's crazy.
Scoring two goals. It's an abundance of riches. Yeah. So we have them. We got Coventry tomorrow, and then we have Charlton Athletic Saturday and Sheffield United the next Saturday. Those 2 are games we definitely should win.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. I'm pretty sure that they're in the lower tier, but tomorrow is going to be just make it respectable, man.
Are we home for that one?
I don't think so.
No, we're not. The Coventry Building Society Arena. Yeah. Well, but maybe we played better on the road this year. So
that we have.
Maybe we'll keep it up. Right. So So all right. So that's good news. Millwall continues to play well, and that's about all the D4 business I have. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think you're ready to kind of launch us into something of a new segment here on D4, right?
Yes.
All right.
I want to try. Sometimes you hear on sports podcasts or sports radio shows or whatever, you have the this day in sports history kind of segment. That wasn't the route I wanted to go, but I wanted to do like snippets of sports history, if that makes sense. Like the background to some things and why teams of names or names of teams and different things like that. Just
the Root Waddle play of the day.
Right. We've gone away from some Waddle, but that's okay. And I feel like you're going to semi-appreciate this first historical lesson.
Oh, no doubt. Lay it on me.
So in 1960, there was a contest. And that contest was, let's name our football team. Let's come up with a name for the football team.
Okay.
And see where it goes, right? And so the owner of the team was like, let's throw it out there. We're going to let anybody try to come up with it. The winning name of the team was the Patriots. So,
of course they were.
This one was for you, okay? So we get the New England Patriots in the 1960s, right? In 1961, there was a cartoonist named Phil Bissell who came up with the logo. Do you know the name of the logo?
That was Pat Patriot, wasn't it?
Pat Patriot. Pat the Patriot. That is correct. Going off the American Revolution. Exactly. But in 1993, the logo changed. And do you know the name of that logo?
The Flying Elvis.
The Flying Elvis. That is correct. So you have both of them, right? I mean, we still use the Flying Elvis today. Yeah. But like you just showed, we do have Pat the Patriot. there were, I guess, thousands of entries into this, and 74 people went with Patriots. So those 74 people I read up on, they didn't have any names of who any of them were, but they gave them free entry into a home game.
Nice.
So, but what was interesting was some of the names that were thrown out there. Some of the losers. So we have So we'll go New England Braves, New England Colonials.
Not bad.
New England Minutemen. New England Beantowners. Yeah. That could have been interesting.
Yeah, it sure could have.
New England Bulls. The New England Pilgrims. That'd have been something. And the New England Puritans.
Big drinkers, the Puritans.
That would have been interesting. The Puritans.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
But they did look at possibly changing the name of the team when they moved to Foxborough. Keeping the Patriots part of it, but adding on to it. Then they realized that may not be the best idea. Because they were looking at changing it to the Bay State Patriots.
Bay State.
But nobody wants to be the BS Patriots.
Well, you would have liked that.
I would have. But that is why they did not go with Bay State, is because that, yes.
Nice.
Because people could have been
Patriots.
Like the BS Patriots.
That's actually pretty good foresight.
Which is very appropriate nowadays for how people look at the Patriots.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But that is your history lesson for today on why and how the Patriots became the Patriots.
Very nice. Yeah, no, I mean, I did not know that. Obviously, I obviously know the mascots and the logos and whatnot, and know that they were originally in Boston, right, and then they moved to Foxborough and all that,
right.
But yeah, no, it didn't. And I did know that there was some talk about them being the Beantowners. I had heard that at some point. But yeah,
could have been fun with the BS Puritans.
It definitely could have. Nice. Well, okay. Well, thank you very much for that. A little history there. I had a little, and this is sort of just purely, I don't know, it's like my history, but I had a bunch of notes, right? Because again, we didn't do a show from Thanksgiving until January. So like almost 2 months or 6 weeks. So I just had I've got things we missed while we were on break. Yeah, it was quite a bit. One of them, and this is purely D4 business, was what I'm simply calling the Great Thanksgiving Debacle of 2025, where out of all 4 games, out of both of our competitions, only 3 people picked any game correct out of all the possible picks in there. Like literally everybody missed everything, except for I think you took the Bengals over the Cowboys, right? Did they play the Bengals and Cowboys? Is that right?
Maybe.
It was the Commander.
I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, you picked the Bengals. I know the Bengals won because there were 3 games on Thanksgiving and 1 on Friday, and nobody got anything right other than, again, 3 total games. It was ridiculous. Most people had 0 out of the first 4. So I learned that was that one. James Webb. You know who James Webb is?
Mm-mm.
Professional eater James Webb. He ate the Big Texan, the 72-ounce steak.
I saw this. I didn't know who he was.
28 seconds.
Did you watch any video of it?
No. I don't. I try not to watch. I try not to watch professional eating.
The workers were standing there going,
yeah,
like how he was inhaling this stuff.
Yeah, that's what is that? That's almost 5 pounds of steak in 6
And
minutes.
you have to eat the sides.
Right. Well, yeah. So anyway.
It is.
Yeah, so that happened.
Maybe I should go try that for D4. It's only 2 hours north of me.
Yeah. and tidbit that I learned on New Year's Eve that I never would have guessed. Mumford and Sons is British. Totally unrelated to sports or drinking. But Mumford and Sons is British. And I'm like, they're like a folk bluegrass band. Like, how in the world are they British? But they sure are. And I've asked several people, actually, and the only person that I found in my circle of people that knew that was John Woodard. And he's like, I just heard him speak one time. And
does that surprise you about John?
I mean,
it shouldn't.
He knows music pretty well, but Matt Houchin didn't know. You didn't
know.
No,
I'm saying that John would know that. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't surprise me that John knows that.
No, I'm not either. But
that's what I was saying. Yeah. Like that's not surprising.
In general, it's just, I mean, I just the way their music is. I mean, look, plenty of British music. Not all of it sounds British. Well, in fact, because we were sitting there, and I should have known, because I should have known Van Morrison. But the song "Brown Eyed Girl," which just feels like a sort of quintessential American song, and it's British. Van Morrison's British. And I was like, Karen and I were sitting, they were playing it on New Year's Eve on the BBC broadcast for New Year's Eve. And we were like, this doesn't feel like a British, like the right song, but sure enough. And then somehow we were watching something and I don't know, she was engaged. One of the people was, I don't know, it was Mumford's wife or whatever. Somehow Mumford came up and I was like, wait a minute, he's not British. And I'm like, yes, he is.
There you go.
So anyway. Oh, and I won't get into it now, but I had my Twitter fights with Greg Olson and Mina Kimes. They didn't respond to me, but they were posting back to this whole going for two when you're down 15 debate. And it got so absurd. Greg Olson, former professional football player, highly respected guy, now NFL commentator, literally at one point in trying to define his position said an 8-point lead is a 2-score lead. And I was like, come on, it is not. And I mean, okay, technically but I'm going to say, so was a 7-point lead a 2-score lead? No, it's not. It's one possession. You're right. You have to make the 2-point conversion, but you automatically get a chance. So that's how disingenuous he got to. I'm like, give me a break. No human being, nobody alive says an 8-point lead is a 2-score lead. It was unbelievable. So anyway.
Good thing you didn't get riled up about it.
No, this is one, and maybe we'll just do the angry episode. We'll do the cronky. We'll do going for 2 down 15. We'll find some other things. You got to get mad about something. What do you get mad about?
PEDs and darts.
Well, they actually call traveling
the doping.
Gosh.
Traveling. I get angry. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with the soapbox.
We'll have the angry episode, because we should have it on there. But so anyway, that also happened over late in the NFL season. But, all right. Well, with that, we'll bring D4 business to a close here on 8. And you're not doping, are you? Oh, you're pickling.
Pickle.
ePickle.
Pickle and coffee.
What a combo on D4 Sports. Sports Roundup here, although I did want to add one other thing. I had one other note that I left off that last one, and this is a good D4 Sports name. Do you know who actually won the golf tournament on the European Tour last week?
Mm-mm.
Nacho Elvira. It's probably Elvira. He's Spanish, but not... And that technically Nacho's a nickname, but still, the team goes by Nacho. Nacho Elvira. He won in Dubai, so that was fun.
Nice.
All right, sports roundup. We talked about the Australian Open last week, and it's actually started now. Just getting going. I did see Venus Williams got a wild card and played, and I don't know why.
She didn't
Williams
win.
Is older. No, she's older than you. She's 45 years old, and I'm like, I mean, Stan Wawrinka got a wild card, which I was like, all right, I haven't looked at how old he's got to be. Wawrinka's got to be 40, I think. You're darn close to it. But I don't know why Venus Williams got. I don't even know when's the last time she even played. I don't even know. She's not still.
I saw that she lost in the first round though, so I did see that.
Yeah, I don't know why she would do that. Right? Like, why would you? She knows she has no chance to win. Not the tournament anyway. She might win a match, I guess. She didn't, but I don't understand. I don't understand why she would do it personally. I mean, I don't know why they give her an exemption, but even more, I don't know why she'd even want to. But there you go. So yeah. So all right. So the Australian Open, not much has happened. Still first round.
The only thing I saw was Auger Aliasami lost in the first. I think he had to retire, but he was a seventh, I think. Rank 7.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's the only person. I know that
there were a few ranked like 26th and something like. I mean, but
I don't know why they even do that anymore. They used to only rank the top 16, but now they rank like the top 32. I don't even.
Right.
But I did realize how many names I have no idea who these people are now. I mean, now again, first round, so there's 128 players. I cannot name. There's probably never been a point in my life where I could name more than about 15 or 20 of the top tennis players in the world. Maybe a few more than that, but I certainly can't now. And but yeah.
But I bet when we get to the 16, the round of 16, I bet you'll know 12.
Maybe.
I bet you will.
There's been a lot of turnover. It feels like
write that down. You'll know 12 of the 16.
Okay. We'll see. Well, we should know next weekend, right?
Just make sure that when it gets to the round of 32, you learn everybody's name.
That's how you do it. I stand on my own anyway. Yeah, so the Australians getting started, so good time, but that's about that. I've decided that I want to run my personal finances like the Dodgers and just not care about money.
Just throw money at things? Goodness. Goodness.
So if somehow our listeners haven't heard, the Dodgers went out and signed the number one free agent, Kyle Tucker, and then added the number one reliever, Edwin Diaz. So the number one and number 13 overall free agents added to the two-time defending champions, and their
to a combined, just those two, to a combined $310 million.
Yeah. Their payroll for next year is over $400 million.
And the crazy thing is Shohei is going to get his on the back end. We've talked about this, the Bobby Bonilla thing. Yeah. They're not even paying him anything right now. I mean, they are. It's like the league minimum. And then he's going to get everything on the back end, which is great because he's already been paid previously. So he doesn't have to, and it just helps the team out.
Yeah, it's just preposterous at this point. And
this is ridiculous.
There was some meme that came up and said the All-Star game for next year has been decided. It's the All-Stars versus the Dodgers. Because literally the Dodgers' first 5 bats in their lineup now are all All-Stars. And frankly, just some of the best at their position. I mean, I know
Mookie, Freddie Freeman.
Mookie didn't have the greatest year last year, but still, I mean, yeah. But you got Shohei Ohtani leading off, Mookie Betts third, second, Freddie Freeman, Kyle Tucker. But then they got Kike
Max
Hernandez.
Muncy's not terrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, and there's somebody I'm forgetting too. I mean,
Pagas.
It's just ridiculous. Baseball has to do something. They have to. Number one, they need to bring up a minimum payroll. That has to happen because you've still got. I went and I pulled up Spot Track, and right now the way they have it, of course, is just a complete roster, right? But 50% of the league is still spending less than $200 million. And frankly, it's less than like $150 million. Cardinals are included in that, by the way. They're now down in the bottom. And then you have two teams, the Dodgers and the Mets, over $350 million. The Dodgers over $400 million. There's just simply no way that the league can carry. I mean,
but it's not even
a farm system for the other half at this point. It's
not even fun anymore. And the only thing, and we talked about this, the only thing that saved the season last year
was the World Series. Yeah. That
was the only thing. And I remember, watching Game 7 even was going, that was the best World Series, one of the best I've ever seen.
Might have been the best sporting event of the year, frankly. It's
other than that, there was zero interest in anything going on until that point.
Yeah, and frankly, that's been the story of baseball the last few years. They've been bailed out by exciting playoffs and postseason. So great.
But the thing is, the Dodgers still won, right? So the highest spending team, even though it came down to Game 7 and then a comeback at that, even it still was the team that you were anticipating winning when the season started.
And look, I don't have a problem with a dynasty. Kind of had to throw that in there. But I don't. I mean, like the Bulls of the 80s and the 90s, the Lakers and Celtics of the 80s, the Yankees of the late 90s. Oh, the Patriots were pretty good for a number of years. I don't have a problem with dynasties. I mean, that if you can do it. But when it just becomes... So I pulled up the Premier League as well, right? Because the Premier League is another situation. And I find one of the most ironic things to me is that America, right, which for the vast majority of people in America, maybe not the mayor of New York, the word socialism, right, is a bad word. It's profanity, right? You're a socialist. That's like the worst thing you can call somebody, right? Because why? It talks about equality. It talks about everybody having the same. And yet, American sports goes out of its way to try to bring parity. Love the pickle. Love the pickle.
You started talking about the Patriots and Dynasty. I had to wash it down.
Wash the bad taste out of your mouth with the ePickle. But so, the last place team gets the first pick, right? There's salary caps and redistribution. There's profit sharing. They do everything they can to establish balance. European sports is not that way at all. Whoever's got the money spends it. The Premier League is notorious for this. And this is Man City is the Dodgers of the Premier League, right?
Right.
And I pulled up the Premier League spending, and it basically it looks like baseball. The top half and all of the top 10 teams, 9 of the top 10 teams in the Premier League are the top spending clubs. And all the bottom are the bottom spending clubs. But that's what and I know you can go and say, well, there's still the outliers that win the World Series. That hasn't happened recently. And and we've talked about it on this show. Last year, only 2 teams from the bottom half of the spending made the playoffs last year, right? And only the Angels and the Rangers. Did the Rangers make the playoffs last year? I think the Angels and the Rangers are the 2 outliers and the big spending clubs that didn't make it, right? Because they're the Angels and the Rangers.
Right.
But yeah, but the Dodgers. I mean,
it was the A's and somebody were the two.
The A's had
2 teams
last year.
2 years ago, right?
No, the A's have been terrible. The Tigers, I believe.
Tigers, okay.
The Tigers are one of the lower spending, and the Guardians aren't a big spending team, and I think they made it. But
the White Sox, right, and the Rockies made the playoffs.
Yeah. Hey, Sam got to see him. Hard ticket to get that.
Yeah, he got to see them play, but he didn't get to see the scoreboard. But that's okay, whatever. That's behind us now.
Whatever. We've let it go, clearly. We've moved on. All right, though, but let's talk about the big story because we're coming up to championship week. NFL, what were your thoughts on the weekend games?
That was a catch.
Oh, I know.
It was not an interception. That was a catch.
I don't get it.
Did you see the Bears-Rams game?
Well, I was watching
that
it on
was a
replay. I was watching it on replay, but I saw the play and I was like, what? And then and that was literally the same play, wasn't it?
Exactly the same play.
I don't.
Caught, down, taken out of his hands.
Yeah.
In the moment, it's bang, bang. So I understand calling it as it is. Like, you make the call, but when you go back and look at it, you can't say that wasn't a catch.
I don't know how.
Like, I may have to ask Brad about this.
Well, and they're trying to say he didn't possess the ball, but yes, he did. He had two hands on the ball,
and he rolled.
The defender barely was touching it. I mean, and he's down, and the guy's touching him, but no, he didn't complete the catch. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That was, and I'm no Buffalo Bills fan. I mean, I obviously, but
well, and what really stinks, and great for Nick Nichols, they now go. Bo Nix blows out his ankle in overtime, and so now we've got the Patriots versus Jared Stidham. Like, good for you. I'm happy, right? Very happy for you.
Yeah, I saw some people online like, I wish Bo Nix was healthy. We want to play him at full strength, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if we do.
And I don't think Buffalo beats New England. I don't. But now we're in a situation. It would, and I think it would have been better than full healthy Denver, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But that's not going to be a fun game.
Yeah, I mean,
for you it will be, but I mean, the majority of America is.
I think it's gonna end up looking a lot like the Patriots against the Texans, because the Broncos have that great defense. Probably not
as good as the Texans. Yeah,
not as good overall. They got a better pass rush, which could be disruptive. And if Drake May keeps fumbling the ball, that could be a problem. So there's that. But I think, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I think the Patriots offense is good enough to put up, again, 20, 24 points. And
if Booty played like he did yesterday, and you still have Diggs and Hunter Henry, you'll be okay.
Yeah. That Booty catch was phenomenal. What a catch that was.
Yes.
That was incredible. Yeah. Drake May is Drake May is great. I don't know what else to say at this point. I mean,
if they make it to the Super Bowl, which they should, I mean, it's him and Stafford for MVP.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a given anyway, right? And I can see the case for both of them. I can understand people questioning the Patriots when they got to the playoffs, saying, "Yeah, the strength of schedule wasn't great, but they've come in and they handled the charge." The Patriots they're the first team since 2006 to only give up one touchdown in 2 consecutive playoff games. So, say what you want. I mean, the Chargers were a good team, not a great team, but a good team, and they put up 3 points.
The Chargers underperformed this year. I'm not saying the Patriots couldn't have beat them. I just feel like they underperformed with who they had.
Yeah. I think the Patriots clearly showed themselves to be the better team, no matter what Harbaugh wants to say. Come on, well, they didn't really beat us. They wore us down. I'm like,
that's what you're supposed to do.
Pretty sure they stuffed you completely, right? One thing was interesting, and we didn't do a show last week, but there's a lot of criticism about Herbert's performance in that game. And going back, and I watched some of the tape and some of the claims people made, and he definitely missed some plays. He missed some throws. There were plays to be made that he didn't make. But I also know, go back and watch the Tampa Bay and Kansas City Super Bowl. You put pressure straight up the middle on the best quarterbacks on the planet, the game gets really, really, really hard. Right. Mm-hmm. And boy, did C.J. Stroud see that last night. He
couldn't do anything yesterday.
No. The only thing I kept thinking was, remember Sam Darnold's famous quote, "I'm seeing ghosts," right? C.J. Stroud was seeing ghosts in the first half. But again, and Herbert the week before was running for his life the whole game. Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs against the Buccaneers got destroyed because the pass rush was too much. Brady and the Patriots in the undefeated season. That's the only way that the Giants beat them. That getting tremendous pressure with 4 men. That's what it is. That's literally the kryptonite of every great quarterback in the league. I don't care who you are. So, You know, criticize Herbert, criticize Stroud, criticize, but phew, the Patriots defense is lights out. They were lights out. Speaking of lights out, how about the Seahawks, man?
Well, I was just about to ask, are we going to see another Seattle, New England Super Bowl?
Well, it's either going to be, Denver might do it, but we're likely a rematch.
The Rams are good. Like, that'll be a fun game. That'll be a fun game. But all I'm going to say is if Seattle's there, you got to hand it off. You got to hand it off.
I'm not sure you do this year.
No, not with Walker. I mean, Walker had a great game.
Walker had a good game. He did. But that was his best game since 2022 or something like that.
Yes.
Because Walker's been one of these guys that has been surprising to me and that he hasn't been better than he has. You know?
But Charbonnet hadn't been bad either.
No, but he got injured, and I don't know.
But they're not going to run it against that defensive line. Like beast mode.
Well, no, and somebody online was like, oh, Seahawks will crush the Patriots. Just hand it off. And I'm like, brother, did you not pay attention to the Patriots rush defense? 8 yards in the first half for Houston. that was, but I mean, they didn't, with Milton Williams in there, they didn't give up more than 55 yards to a running back all season. The 2 weeks the 2 or 3 weeks that they did, and they lost to Buffalo and some other games, Milton Williams was out. With him back in there, man, that defense is different. With him and Spillane, the Patriots defense, but boy, the Seahawks. But you know what? The other thing with the Seahawks, they do have that a tremendous home field advantage, and I think they would have beat the Niners no matter what with all the injuries. But
I do too. I really
that
do.
opening kickoff, that giving him that lead.
You talk about setting a tone.
Yeah. Whether
at home,
Denver or the
in
Rams,
Seattle,
or the Patriots, if anybody's going to beat Seattle, number one, get them away from home, which they will be for the Super Bowl. But number two, get a lead. If you make Seattle play from behind, I still believe that Sam Darnold is you can rattle Sam Darnold, right? I mean, Darnold has played really well. He's the first guy to take two different teams in back-to-back seasons and win 14 games. So kudos to Sam, right?
Kudos to the Vikings.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's got to go down as one of the worst trades of all time. I mean, especially if Seattle goes on and wins the Super Bowl. But Seattle looked good. Caleb Williams. What? Number one, that touchdown he threw was incredible throw. That was a push off. That was, in fact, when I watched that play, I was like, what's the defensive back doing? I'm like, where's he going? And in fact, my wife, I was watching the replay this morning. My wife stumbles out right as that play happens. I'm like, what in the world is he doing? And then I watch it. It's because they're all locked up. And Komet goes, Rick! And he stumbles. I'm like, oh, well, that's why. And now, should they have called it? I mean, it's one of those, it was on the edge, but he didn't just run away from the ball. He definitely, he was urged at the very least. But that, to me, that game is the epitome of what Caleb Williams has been, right? He plays hero ball as well as anybody in the league.
He has his moments where you're going, oh my goodness, this guy is unbelievable, right? Some of the throws that he makes, you're going, who else can really do that?
And then there's the other half of the throws.
Exactly.
As bad as that interception was in overtime, that one at the end of the third quarter was even worse. It's like, what are you doing? That was... He misses so many plays. And actually, I watched the first half of the game, and I thought, you know what? Caleb Williams is actually playing pretty well tonight. I thought he played better. I thought he missed fewer throws. And then he got to the second half.
And the Bears' defense played really well, too. I mean, the Rams are a great offense. But I heard one commentator, I think it was last week, Packers game. They played the Packers last week, right? The Bears?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. They were like, and that's the Caleb Williams we saw at USC and the throws that he's making. Yep. And yes, that was a big part of Caleb Williams' game at USC. The big throws, the huge arm, the pinpoint accuracy, the power. No, yes, the accuracy with the big arm, right? What he could do.
Right.
especially in college, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's college. But yeah.
But that's what we're getting. He's a coin, man, and you're just doing this each throw. You're going.
And I mean, okay, it's a second year, right? So fair enough. He made tremendous strides this year from last year, but
yes, he did.
He reminds me of a higher ceiling Jameis Winston, right? He's chaotic, and he makes enough big plays that you overlook all the bad stuff. But at some point, if he really wants to take the next step, he's gotta get that completion percentage up from whatever it was, 55%. Yeah. He's got to stop missing the 10-yard outs with the guy wide open in the flat. He's got to stop missing the deep in over the middle. I mean, it's great that you can make the hero ball and lead the comebacks, but you can't make a career on that.
If there was somebody in the league that could help him with this process, I do think O'Brien in Minnesota could do it. Is that his name?
No, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
The head coach. What is his name? I can picture.
I've forgotten. Yeah.
Anyways, Ben Johnson is the only other guy I can think of
well, that's
that
the
could
guy.
change
that's why they brought
Caleb
him.
Williams. Yeah. I know. That's what I'm getting to is, I mean, look at what Ben Johnson did with the Lions offense. Yeah. They became arguably the best offense in football last 2 years. The Bears offense didn't have the guys that the Lions had, but they were good. I mean, Swift was good. Monangi is not terrible. He's a power back.
For a rookie. Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of upside. Yeah.
DJ Moore did not have the year that I thought he would. Odunze didn't have the year we thought he would.
Well,
Loveland.
He had a good first half of the year.
He had a good first half, and then Loveland. Whew.
Loveland and Luther Burton.
Those two guys. Burton has the speed, and
he might end up being the steal of the draft. I mean, really.
I could see it. So they have potential.
Yeah.
So they got to this game, right? Chances to win it. Like, let's be honest. Chances to win.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, coach of the year. Maybe not. I mean, he won't get it, but
Vrabel has to be coach of the year. He has to be. I mean,
the only thing, and I told you this yesterday, I do like the Patriots, but I can't like the Patriots. Like, there's nothing in me that can actually like them.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I love Vrabel coming in, and especially after what Tennessee did.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Tennessee's roster, and he gets them at 9-9.
Yeah.
And it's but Ben Johnson is the one that can do it for Caleb Williams.
Well, that's supposedly, and we'll see. I mean, he took strides this year, so he's better.
He took strides.
And I was a Caleb Williams believer when he first came in.
I wasn't.
I know, but now I look at that and I just don't know if that can be reined in. Maybe it can, but I don't know. I will say,
the sophomore slump, right? That's a real thing. C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young. I mean, so it's a real thing.
Yeah, Drake May.
Who?
If the Patriots make the Super Bowl, they will be the number one team in turnaround. They will have had the worst record the previous year than any team ever. The previous record was the 4-12 Rams in 1999, who went on to the Super Bowl. The Patriots are 4-13 because they have 17 games. So if they make the Super
Hoosiers
Bowl,
are right there.
Yeah, well,
Indiana has the big.
Yeah.
Right. I say let's go Hoosiers versus Patriots.
The other thing I would say is this. Everybody said defense wins championships, right? Well, who's left? The number 1, number 3, number 4, and number 10 scoring defenses. The Seahawks, Broncos, Patriots, and Rams in that order. But who else is left? The number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 14 scoring offenses. 14 being the Broncos, and they're now maybe 27th. So
was it Rams, Seattle, Patriots?
I think Seattle actually was the number 1 scorer.
Seattle was number 1?
They might have been. They were number 1 defense. So they must have been number 3 offense. Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. So, but Does defense wins championships or does offense wins championships? I think
defense won yesterday against the Texans. Holy cow.
Well,
they were scary good. Now, I know Drake May played well, and that defense was scary yesterday.
Yeah, especially in the first half.
And the Texans have a great defense as well. I mean, it was on display yesterday too, but still.
Defense alone, I think we can say now, in the modern football, defense alone isn't going to win championships anymore.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, the
script has been written that way.
Yeah. And with that, episode 83, Sports Roundup. We're calling it. Nice. And unscripted.
We're definitely unscripted.
Yeah, well, that's anybody who thought otherwise hasn't listened. Flying
by the seat of our pants with pickle juice.
All right, ePickle, last call, and they're not selling ePickles. So, what do you got for me? What's your last call here?
All done. Pickle juice out. So, I got two real quick.
Okay.
So, Chris Holtmann, do you know who that is?
No.
So, Chris Holtmann is the head coach at DePaul University for men's basketball.
Naturally.
Actually saw him in San Antonio last year when I went to the Final Four. I was eating breakfast.
Yep.
And while I was walking in, he was waiting. Well, he was actually on the phone. His assistant coaches were outside, so I walked right by Chris Holtmann. Anyway, his team has gone on a three game home stand for wins. So 3 in a row. Mm-hmm. What does he do? He goes to the local bar, gets on the bar, and says, every college student in here that is, I think, you got to be 21 to go into the bar. Every college student in here with their ID, first round's on me, and then slams his card on the bar. You talk about students wanting to like the guy.
Yeah.
No, because they're all 21.
Yeah, but that's still... Anyway.
He didn't say last round on me. He said first round. So,
Fair enough.
But I mean, that's kind of that's how you get students hyped, involved, inebriated, all those things.
All those things glued up. Yeah.
Most coaches are like, I'll buy pizzas.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So that because I don't get fired buying pizzas. But anyway.
Or crab legs, whatever.
Ooh, little James Winston. Nice.
Jameis Winston, yes.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Real quick, going off the Jameis Winston thing, you said Caleb is, kind of like that or whatever.
Yeah.
I would take Jameis Winston just for his quibs, man. Just for
just for his antics.
I really think he needs to retire and become a color commentator. Please.
I don't know. I think it'd be a Booger McFarland thing. He'd be funnier.
No, but no, and he wouldn't get like Fox or NBC or AB. Have him do Prime or Peacock or like something, right?
Yeah, or do another show like the Manning Cast, right? Yeah,
or sideline reporter for one of them.
Put him and Jay Cutler on together. Cutler's in there. That wasn't a very good throw. I don't know if he smokes. I always pictured Jay Cutler smoking. He looks. Like
I've seen pictures of like
I have
AI,
too.
Photoshop and
Photoshop. Cutler definitely seems like a guy who's walking around with a Milwaukee's best in a Pall Mall. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So okay, this is D4-esque. So, High Point Central is a high school in North Carolina.
All right.
Okay. This was their season last year in 10 games. Are you ready for this?
I don't know if
Have you heard about this?
I haven't, but I feel it already. I feel the vibe.
All 10 games. 59-0. 50-0. 37-0. 51-0. 55-0. 69-0. 46-0. 42-0. 42-0. And 72-0. High Point Central North Carolina high school football team has suspended its football program. The administration has said we are no longer going to play football as of right now because we went 0-10 with a score of 523-0.
That's terrible.
They didn't even get a field goal. They scored that many points in 10
that's bad.
games.
That's bad.
That's Free Lutheran-esque. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And I know this is normally quick, but so I did. Free Lutheran still hasn't won a game, but they didn't lose their last two either because they were canceled. But then I did that little deep dive where they played Dayspring and they actually won a conference game against Dayspring.
Right. Yeah,
and then Dayspring beat Fairhaven by 50. And I'm like, who is Fairhaven? So I couldn't even find a schedule on Fairhaven.
Yeah.
But I really, really did a deep dive. And 2 weeks ago, 13 days ago, they also lost to their alumni.
Oh.
And I watched part of the game because it's on YouTube.
Of course you did.
And the commentator says one of the names, and he's like, if there was ever a basketball player, this guy is it. And then there was a 3-second pause, and then they both just start laughing. And I'm like, these guys know what they're doing. These commentators are like, we know we're not good.
Yeah.
So that's my last call.
Well, my last call is not quite as much, not quite as funny. But did you hear about the big controversy in the Senegal-Morocco football match, soccer?
Who didn't hear about it?
I'm guessing a lot of people in the U.S., but...
Yeah, no, I didn't hear about it, and I'm sure our listeners didn't either.
AFCON, right, is the African Continent Championship. They're playing, Senegal and Morocco are playing for the championship. Anyway, it's 0-0. They get into extra time, or like right near the end of the game, Senegal scores, but then they take the goal off the board for some penalty away from the play, and the Senegal coach is all mad. Okay, whatever, it happens, right? Well, then they come down, 8 minutes of extra time, and...
That's a long time.
There's a stoppage on the field. The booth or whatever calls down. They have VAR, video assist, right? Replay. VAR comes down. They flag them. The referee comes out and awards a penalty kick for Morocco, kind of out of the blue. So the Senegal coach flips out, pulls his team off the field. 17 minutes, the game is paused while Senegal leaves the field, right? And the fans are going nuts, and obviously it's all chaos. Eventually they come back out. They get a penalty kick. Morocco gets the penalty kick, and the guy who's taking it is a guy named Diaz, who's a striker for Real Madrid. He's got the penalty kick. And he gets up, and do you know what a Panenka penalty kick is? You seen the Panenka kick? The Panenka kick is named for this guy, Panenka, who was like Czechoslovakian or something in the 70s or 80s. And it's when he comes up and he basically waits for the goalkeeper to dive, and he just dinks it really soft, right?
Yep. That's like a humiliating goal, yeah.
Yeah, it's known as the Panenka. Well, anyway, Diaz tries a Panenka, but kicks it right to the goalie. And so the Senegal goalie stops it. Then they go to additional time, and Senegal actually goes on and wins the match. But it's
after walking off the field.
After walking off the field. And so there's quite a bit of controversy and quite a bit of hand-wringing, and people are all upset. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of ways. I don't know how you don't.
Did the VAR team get it right?
I don't know. I don't even know. I didn't see any of it, so I don't.
Do you remember my story about the VAR referee getting kicked out because he showed up drunk to work?
I do. And maybe that's what that was, because hey, doping.
That's what came to mind.
Doping doesn't only happen in darts, Dustin. It also happens in video review.
That's right.
It also happens in podcasts. I mean, you're drinking pickle juice.
That's.
I'm not.
No.
Not gonna. I ain't drinking pickle water.
It would have helped you today, though.
I might have. I feel good though. I feel good. I feel like I could go another segment or two. But
speaking of you feeling good, how are you still running?
I did run again. Yes, I did. It was all right. The weather hasn't been great, but I've gotten out. I've run. I've walked. You know.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Can't you see it? I'm slimming down.
Did you shave?
No. Since I've gone to the beard now, it's been more than a year since I've gone to the beard, so I kind of like it.
I thought about shaving mine.
Guess we'll see next time.
I think it's about 12 years I've had this.
It's a long time. Nobody knows what's under there. It's like Al Capone's vault with Geraldo Rivera. And with that, good listeners, I think we say until next time. Final thoughts?
I don't have any.
Same. So, until episode 84, out. D4 Sports is brought to you by Don and Dustin and by our sponsors, Sports and Day Drinking. Special thanks go to Trey Klein for providing the music behind D4 and all our friends and family for supporting us throughout this effort.